g'day guys. Okay, it's cooling down, so just letting you know. It's cooling down here in Queensland. Now I'm going to show you one of the things that I probably get asked about a lot, and the question is this. If I buy a Distress Oxide spray, what else can I do with it? Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm doing this for a reason, so you can hear it, by the way. Can you hear that? That is not what you normally hear when you shake up one of these bottles. That is because inside a trick, I bought these ball bearings and I have put them, I've put an extra 2 in every bottle. And what it does is it allows me to mix it up, and by shaking the daylights out of it, any which direction I please, and it doesn't get it stuck in the nozzle. So they were like, I got this container full for like 10 bucks from Amazon. So, and they're stainless steel. They don't do anything to the paint inside, and it allows it to mix up beautifully, and it's not stuck on the bottom, which I think is fantastic. So what can you do with Distress Oxide sprays? I have different sprays. I have oxide sprays, I have stains, I have all different things, but the one that you probably see me use the most is the Distress Oxide spray. I did put off getting it for the longest amount of time because I had the inks and I didn't know that I would probably use it very much. So I decided to go, yeah, I'll get a few and see if I use them. And I managed to come up with a few different ways to use them so that if you invest, then it's going to be all good for you. You're not going to, I don't want you to spend money on a product that I have suggested you buy unless I know you can get more than one use out of it. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. Now, when it comes to Distress Oxide sprays, obviously you can spray them. Obviously, that's what it is. That's what the spray is, right? So that's not a problem. But something else you can do with them is you can spray it through a stencil. Yep, that makes sense. You can then mist that stencil. You can then get a second imprint from the same stencil. Just kiss it to the cardstock. Now this cardstock is not water-based. This is not water cardstock, so it will absorb it pretty quickly. So you can get a stamp as well as a spray stencil. So that's 2 ways you can use it. I'm just sitting it out of the way so I don't lean in it. So that's 2 ways you can use it. Another way you can use it is I'm doing this on black cardstock because I don't know why I'm doing this on black. Why am I doing this on black cardstock? Hold on. You think I've been doing this way too long today or what? Okay, so bring in the white. How about that? That would make a whole lot more sense. You can then use a couple of pumps on there. Use a makeup sponge and you can, you can make a really big mess with it. You can let the makeup sponge just absorb up all that spray, right? And then you can stencil through your stencil the same way you would with ink. Now, this is just diluted a little bit because there was water on here, but you get the idea, okay? And 99% of the time, it's just like that. Turns out really pretty. Okay, so you can use a makeup sponge with it and you get a good idea. Okay, that did not work very well, did it? It normally works better than that, I promise you. It really does. I don't know why not sure why it did that. I think it's just absorbed up the liquid a little bit. Or maybe I was pressing too hard, perhaps. That's probably it too. I'm guessing I probably pressed too hard. So yes, press too hard. I'm just getting to that delirious point. So if you press really hard, that's the result you get. You might like that result. Press lightly and you get that result. Okay, so there's a few ideas. Now, that's not the end. But wait, there's more. You get a free set of steak knives. No, you don't. You don't really. So then once you get to that point, I'm going to use a different color because for the purposes of the film, why not? Right? We have multiple colors. Let's use multiple colors. Pull in some more cardstock. And we're going to use a different piece of plastic because it's yellow. Right, so we've got some mustard seed on there. Now, when I like to do splatters or anything like that, I like to scrunch up my plastic. Sorry, that probably sounded terrible in your ear. And I just like to get some of the color on there, just a little bit. I haven't stuck the bottom one down. Normally I stick the bottom one down. And then you literally just tap that to your surface to give yourself, I call it a controlled splatter. That's what I call it. This is how my brain can handle making splatters when I'm around all my photos. So that's another way of using the spray. And then of course you've got the famous way of doing it, which is kissing it straight to the paper. Okay, so you're literally just splatting it down there to see what you get, and you can spread it with your hands just to get a great big splotch, which sometimes that's what we're after. So, and I just keep spreading it until the color starts to absorb in, and that is, what do we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways of using one product, which is the Distress Oxide Spray. I absolutely love the product. I have made a great big mess of my bottle, unfortunately, but that's okay. You know, that's crafting, right? Look, here's another one. Get your mess off your fingers with it. So that is pretty much the only other thing I was going to touch on was my gold spray that I make, and it's a gold mica spray. I use I do have the recipe that I use, and it is over on my Facebook group. So if you are a member of the Facebook group, it is pinned at the very top, and you can see, I won't spray it because it'll go all over my microphone, but it literally is shimmery gold goodness, and it's got rubbing alcohol in it, so it dries really quickly, and you don't get that oily residue with it that goes around it. And you can make this color with any mica powder that you have, and as soon as it dries in, it's just straight mica. That's what it looks like. So I have a green one here, I have a purple one, and that's just mica powder. And the little recipe that I have, and it's over on, you can see all the pearlescent in it, and it's fantastic, honestly. And I make one that I sit on my desk, and it dries down like that. It's got gum arabic, mica powder, and water in it. It dries down like that. All you have to do is add some water, and then grab your brush of choice, swirl it around a little bit just to activate it again, get it going. It's kind of like it's like a water paint. And once you get it going and you've got some that you can play with, you just paint it down. And it is stunning. There you go. And that is a cheap and cheerful way of getting lots of bling when you want it. And I'm going to show you just at the very end of this video all those different colors of mica powder, and that is the gum arabic that I use, and it is super duper cheap. That's the gold powder that I use. This is another one that I purchased, and I've got all these colors. I can make them into sprays, paints, anything I like, and it's fantastic, and it's cheap. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this little series. If you got value out of it, I would really appreciate thumbs up, comment, like, share, all of the above, and don't forget to subscribe if you like what I'm doing. I love scrapbooking, and by having you subscribe allows me to continue to do what I love. Thank you so much, guys. I will be back with another video tomorrow for you. Bye for now.